As a beginner, are you struggling to speak English confidently and fluently? There may be three common beliefs that you have developed that are holding you back from speaking English. So, what are these three common beliefs that most of the beginners develop, which hold them back from speaking English? So, let's look at these three common beliefs. One of the common belief that you have developed as a beginner is fear of making mistakes. Most of the beginners have developed this common belief. Most of the beginners think and feel that if they try to speak in English, they might make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, they'll be judged and they'll be laughed at, which holds them back from speaking English confidently and fluently. They don't even try to learn or speak English at all. But let me tell you one thing. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning process. It's okay to make mistakes while learning a new language. Let me tell you one thing. When we make mistakes as a beginner, we improve the next time. We come to know the areas of improvement, where I have committed or made a mistake, where I need the improvement, so that the next time I may perform better. So when we make mistakes, these are the golden opportunities to improve ourselves to speak better English the next time. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you are afraid of making mistakes, you will not even try to speak English. You will be hesitant to speak English with your friends, colleagues, or with your guests. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Why? Because mistakes are the stepping stones for you to become successful at English speaking. So if you have the strong desire to speak English confidently and fluently, you must not be scared of making mistakes. This is how we learn as human beings. We make mistakes, we improve. Fear of pronunciation. Majority of the beginners think and feel that they are not good at pronunciation. They think that if they speak English or English words, they might be corrected or criticized. They fear of saying or using English words and sentences. They think that they are not good enough to pronounce the different kinds of words and say different kinds of English sentences. But the thing is, pronunciation can be improved by practicing regularly. So if you practice regularly, your pronunciation will be improved. But I have listened to many of the native English speakers. They don't have 100% perfect pronunciation at all, but they have the confidence to speak English language. This is what you have to develop in yourselves. You need not to be 100% perfect at pronouncing the right words or sentences. You need more confidence to speak in English, because nobody is 100% perfect at pronouncing the right words and sentences. Okay, so if you want to improve the pronunciation, it will be improved through regular practice. And when you speak English regularly, so automatically pronunciation will be improved. So don't focus on pronunciation, focus on clarity, and focus on delivering the right kind of message or ideas or beliefs that you want to share. Share your ideas and sentences or your intention with clarity. You need not to be 100% perfect at pronunciation. Okay? Lack of confidence in yourself. Many beginners have lack of confidence in themselves. They think that they are not enough to speak English confidently and fluently. They have lack of confidence in themselves. Why? They think that they must be fluent or proficient at English speaking. They must achieve a certain level in English speaking, then they can speak English confident and fluent. But the fact is that in order to achieve mastery or in order to become proficient at English speaking, you need to have the confidence in yourself. It is the confidence in yourself which will help you to improve your English speaking skill. You must have the confidence in yourself. You must have the confidence in your English speaking skill. When you have the confidence in yourself, you will improve quickly. You will find different kinds of ways, the sources where you will be improved drastically. So basically, you need the confidence that you will definitely learn English speaking skill. If any person has learned this skill, that is to say, English speaking skill, you can also learn English speaking skill. If someone has learned how to drive the car, you can also learn the same thing, because all skills are learnable. यानी अगर किसी ने वो काम करना सीखा है, कोई स्किल सीखा है, it means that you also can learn that skill as well. So now what is the difference? Why you are not speaking English confidently and fluently? The thing is that the other person has given more time, energy, effort in learning that particular thing or skill. That's why he's more proficient or expert in that particular kind of thing or field. So if you are willing to put the same energy, time, effort, and enthusiasm in learning that particular kind of skill, you will also be proficient at English speaking. So you haven't given much time, energy, and focus in learning English speaking skill. That's why you are not very proficient. You are not expert in speaking English. Maybe the other people are the beginners, the students, they have put more energy, focus, they are practicing regularly, they are using the sentences which they have learned from different kinds of sources, they are using those sentences regularly with their guests, with their colleagues and friends, but you are not speaking or practicing regularly. You have not more exposure than those people. That's why they are speaking better English than you. This is the difference. You have not practiced enough. That's why you are not speaking fluently. So if you practice enough, if you repeat the process again and again and again, you will become proficient at English speaking. You will become master at English speaking. But if you don't put energy, time, and focus in learning English speaking skill, you will struggle in your life. You will be hesitant to speak in front of the people, in front of your friends and colleagues. What is the difference between the person who is speaking English fluently and confidently with expertise and the person who is struggling to speak English? The main difference is that he has practiced more than this particular kind of person who is struggling to speak English. What you have to do to become proficient like the successful English speaker, you have to practice enough times. You have to repeat the process again and again and again. You have to put more time practicing English speaking skill. In this way, you will also become proficient and expert in English speaking skill as well. So the question is, are you willing to put time, energy, and effort in learning English speaking skill? So if yes, then congratulations, you are on the way to become proficient at English speaking. You will become more fluent at English speaking. You will have the strong vocabulary to use in your daily English conversations with your friends, colleagues, or with your guests. So basically, I was on the same boat as a beginner. I struggled a lot to learn English speaking skill. I feared of making mistakes. I was scared of the right pronunciation and using different kinds of words and sentences. But I had the desire to speak English and learn English confidently and fluently. And I kept going and I remained consistent. I read lots of self-help books. I took the help of different kinds of sources. I listened to different kinds of videos and searched a lot about English speaking skill. That's why now I have become English speaking coach for many beginners. I have trained hundreds of students online as well as offline. Now they are able to speak in English confidently and fluently. They are having the capability to introduce themselves in English. They can make hundreds of sentences in English. They can talk with their friends and colleagues and guests in English language. Why? Because I have given them the same recipe or formula which I have followed. So if you follow the same process, if you invest the same time, energy, and effort, you'll also become proficient at English speaking skill. But initially, at first, I was not good at all at speaking English. I struggled a lot, learning different kinds of sentences and words and building my strong vocabulary. मैं भी बहुत स्ट्रगल कर रहा था जब मैंने पहली दफ़ा अंग्रेज़ी बोलना सीख लिया. सो मैं भी डर रहा था कि कहीं मुझसे गलती ना हो जाए. क्या ये सही प्रोनाउंसिएशन है या नहीं? क्या मैं सही तरह से सेंटेंसेस बोल पा रहा हूँ या नहीं? So I was basically scared of people. They might judge me, they might laugh at me. So these are the common, you know, obstacles that we people have, which hold us back from speaking English. So I have been rejected from many jobs because of not speaking English. मुझे बहुत सारी जॉब्स जो है उनसे रिजेक्ट किया गया क्योंकि मैं इंग्लिश नहीं बोल पा रहा था उस वक्त. I was not confident and fluent at all at that time. तो मुझे बहुत ही बुरा लगता था when I was rejected. So if you also want not to be rejected, then you have to learn this English speaking skill. You have to practice regularly, you have to speak. Even if you are not 100% perfect, still you have to speak English sentences. So you have access to different kinds of sources right now. So you need not to become 100% perfect before you can start speaking English. You can start speaking English and copying my words and sentences right from today, right from now, and execute those sentences and words with your friends and colleagues and with your guests as well. So I had basically completed post graduation in English. मैंने MA इंग्लिश किया था in 2017. Still I was not speaking English. So it is weird kind of thing. यानी MA इंग्लिश होके भी मुझे अंग्रेजी बोलना नहीं आता था. 2017 की ये बात है. And I also had completed B.Ed. उसके साथ साथ मैंने B.Ed भी complete किया था 2015 में. Still I was not proficient at English speaking. फिर भी मैं struggle कर रहा था अंग्रेजी बोलने में. But I faced the challenge, I faced the obstacles, and I had the strong desire to learn English speaking. And I have overcome those obstacles and challenge. And right now I'm in front of you speaking English confidently and fluently, if not 100% perfect. Still, I am speaking better English than most of the beginners. So if you also want to become proficient and confident at English speaking, you need few things to remember, okay? You have to develop your vocabulary. That means learning 50 sentences, learning 100 sentences. Then you have to write those sentences, maybe on your notebook or maybe, on your WhatsApp. And then you have to speak or use those few sentences on regular basis. So when you practice those few sentences on regular basis, you improve a lot. You become confident while speaking English. But if you don't use those English sentences, if you don't use your vocabulary, you will not have the courage or confidence to speak in front of the people. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. So pronunciation can be improved by doing regular practice. And if you want to become better speaker, at English, so you have to practice regularly. So these are few things you have to consider, you have to follow. Okay, so basically, if you want to learn more English sentences, if you want to build a strong vocabulary so that you can speak fluent English, I have made and created a simple English speaking course, especially for you beginners. So in this particular course, you will learn about 15 lessons, different kinds of lessons. In those lessons, you will learn 100 plus daily use English sentence. The sentences that you will speak at the doctor's clinic with the doctor, the sentences that you will speak at the airport, the sentences that you will speak with the guests or colleagues, the sentences you will learn to speak at your home or outside your home, at the market. So you will basically get 100 plus in daily use English sentences to become fluent and confident at English speaking. So if you want to learn more, if you want to improve your English speaking skill, and if you want to develop strong English vocabulary like Khurshid sir, then click the link of this course which I have put in the description or in the comment section. Go and learn English speaking right from today, right from now, and improve your English speaking skill. So I'll see you in the next video. Till that time, consider subscribing and share this video with your friends and colleagues if you have found this video beneficial.